Today we're at Conkles Hollow State Nature Preserve hiking the Rim Trail, about 2.5 miles around the gorge. The cliffs here rise nearly 200 feet, made of black hand sandstone formed 350 million years ago. This is one of Ohio's deepest gorges, and the views make every single step worth it. People online rave about Conkles Hollow for its combination of accessibility and scenery. Many reviews mention the moderate trail difficulty paired with jaw-dropping overlooks, perfect for both casual hikers and photographers. Whether you want a peaceful walk, a chance to spot wildlife, or some amazing photography opportunities, this trail delivers. Honestly, it's easy to see why it's one of the most loved trails in Hocking Hills. This trail starts out easy, winding through open forest with scattered trees here and there. Oaks, hickories, and hemlocks provide small pockets of shade even on a sunny morning like this. It's a gentle introduction before the climb, giving you a chance to soak in the forest ecosystem of mosses, ferns, and wildflowers that line the trail. The highlight of the Rim Trail is the overlooks. From these cliffs you get sweeping views of the gorge below, with the forest stretching as far as the eye can see. The sandstone cliffs here are layered and textured, making every angle a perfect photo opportunity. Some spots are narrow, so you really get the thrill of standing on the edge while taking in the scenery. I'm here to overlook, and let's go through my bag real quick because it's been super busy through here, so I'm just going to show you guys what I brought. I have my Brevite bag, about $90, shout out, love it. All my coworkers love this thing. For cameras today, I brought my Canon 800D, aka the 7Ti, not too terrible. I'm gonna be taking some photos on this. And then I also brought this nostalgic Lomo Instant Wide. And this is a film camera, so I'm probably gonna use this a lot less. And I didn't bring any backup film, so there's a possibility this is out. Turns out the Lomo had no film, and I probably should have checked that before I got here. But wow, this view is amazing. I've definitely been to like Colorado where there's better views than this, but like for the area I'm in, this view is amazing. And the hike isn't too bad. There was a little uphill like y'all saw, but other than that, this hasn't been terrible. A little sketchy on the edges there. Very busy, but it's overall great. Look at that. I like fresh air, the sound of nature, and a beautiful view. Nothing beats that, right? I'm out here chopped. Everywhere you walk, there's another ledge with a better and better view here. It's so peaceful up here. It's mad dangerous, but it's very peaceful up here. Honestly, this trail has blown my mind. Like, I did not expect it to be this beautiful or this crazy. If you can see deep over here, right over there, it kind of looks like maybe that's the end or the actual overlook, because these side overlooks I don't think are the actual spot that I'm headed to. It's beautiful. It's kind of like you're in the mountains, but we're only in hills. So far, about halfway through maybe, I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. It shocked me. We're just chilling up here. As you hike deeper, the forest becomes denser. This gorge is home to deer, wild turkeys, raccoons, and even some bobcats. If you're a bird watcher, you can spot eastern bluebirds, red-tailed hawks, and pileated woodpeckers. The shaded, moist microclimate allows rare plants to thrive, making this preserve a unique ecosystem in Ohio. But unfortunately, on my hike, all I could spot was some deer. About halfway through, you'll encounter a rock nook, a natural overhang carved into the black hand sandstone over thousands of years. Natives and early settlers may have used spots like this for shelter. Standing here, you get a sense of both the scale and the history embedded in these cliffs. It may not translate well in my video, but it was huge. Alright guys, I just got done hiking the trail, and it took me about, honestly, it's 12:39 right now, and I think I got here at 10. It took me 2.5 hours to hike this, but I was periodically stopping to take video, to look at the views and take pictures. So if you were to just hike this trail alone, it'd probably take you about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Overall, the first half of the trail was really amazing. The views were awesome, the cliffs were awesome, and I had an overall great time during that. Although it was busy, I did have some times where I could just sit by myself and look out, and it was also very peaceful. Not a ton of kids here today. The second half of the trail wasn't as fun. Honestly, there wasn't a lot to look at. A couple of rims, a couple of cliffs that you probably saw in my video today, and I did run into a state trooper at some point, and she wasn't able to interview because she didn't know if her communications team would allow it, so I might come back and interview her another time about some other parks. Overall, I'm going to rank the parks based on a couple categories, including views, shade, difficulty, and then overall beauty. For shade, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. This was a very shaded trail the whole time, and I am in this Columbia jacket, which is lightweight, but I was cool the whole time in 78-degree weather because of the shade. Difficulty, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's very uphill, downhill, with a lot of large, hard rocks. Views, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because the views were really amazing, but there wasn't a lot of them, and also there wasn't a lot of visibility at the views, a lot of trees in the ways. Especially if you're out here to take pictures, you're not gonna get the best of photos with trees kind of hanging in the way. And overall beauty, I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 10 because in comparison to some trails I've hiked in like other states like Colorado, it obviously is nothing compared to those, but for Southern Ohio, it did have some great, beautiful views, so it's not absolutely buns, but it is not the best thing I've ever seen for sure. And then my overall rating, based on all those categories added up, is going to be a 5 out of 10. It was a fun trail, and I honestly enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I came here today. But would I come back? Maybe not. I would probably come back and do the first half of the trail just to chill out and maybe read a book up there, or color, draw, or something like that, but the second half of the trail just had me so bored. And I also chugged a coffee before I came here, so I've had to pee the entire time. And right now I'm waiting for the bathroom, and it hasn't been open in about 25 minutes. Let me know if you enjoy these type of videos, what I can do better in them, where else you want me to hike. Write down in the comments, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with your friends that love hiking.